Hey, happy days, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, discussing the transition from the brick and mortar world and corporate world of business to the online world of business. This is my daily journal where I'm documenting my journey of making that transition, making that transformation. And today's day 806, so obviously I haven't reached all the goals and objectives that I've set for myself in the online world yet. Now I'm going to add a big fat yet there because of course I will get there. It's just a matter of, number one, I've changed what I wanted to achieve since I first decided to make this journey. And number two, I'm just not there yet, right? I haven't let myself get to exactly what I want to get to, you know. And here's the secret. None of us are ever done, right? We're never done yet with creating our lives and doing what it is that we want in our lives until the day that we, expire and leave this world. We keep moving and we keep progressing toward what it is that we want. I want to talk about feeling and feeling awesome today. I woke up today's Monday, and for a long time last year, maybe even, I don't think it was the year before, but last year, no, maybe it was in 2018 that I started doing it. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I would wake up and every Monday I would go outside and I would spin around and yell, "I feel awesome," at the top of my lungs. Now I lived out in the country and my neighbors were far enough apart where I'm sure they thought I was crazy, but nobody called the police on me. And luckily the police lived next door, so they knew I was only a little crazy. But I did that every day. Well, I've moved, and right now I am in temporary place in town, in the city. And if I go out and scream, "I feel awesome," or scream at all, I'm afraid the police will come and haul me away, or the people with the little white jackets, even though we're having a pandemic, will haul me away. So I haven't been doing it. And my family kind of said, if you do this, we will have you hauled away. But I really want to do it, right? And in my head, every Monday morning, I wake up and I think and I see myself spinning around yelling, "I feel awesome." Why do I do that? Well, because I do. It makes me feel good, brings my energy up, and it just makes me feel awesome. And how many times do people ask you, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good." Or you go into this big tirade of spewing out all the things that are wrong in your life, right? How many people and how many times do we do that? We do that so automatically that I was trying to offset that behavior in myself. And so now whenever anybody asks me, "How you doing?" or "What's up?" or "How's your business?" I say, "Awesome. I feel awesome. It's going great." And is it always awesome? Well, of course not. Everything in our lives isn't always awesome. But just the act of me saying I feel awesome, guess what? I start to look for how do I feel good? How do I feel awesome? What is going really, really well in my life? And so I will always, as much as possible, say I feel awesome. If somebody asks me how I'm doing and I say I'm fine, I'm having a super bad day. I remember listening to a TED Talk about fine and how women especially so often, and I did this for decades, people would ask me how I was doing and I would say fine. Well, I had, decades of chronic pain and migraines and lots of stress and lots of drama and trauma, and people would ask me how I'm doing and I'd say fine. I was always fine. Even when I was, going to the hospital, I was still fine. I'm fine, you guys, I'm good. I never have anything wrong with me. But that's just my way of dealing with certain situations that I feel like are super hard for me or out of my control. I'm fine. And so I flipped a switch a few years ago and I said, no, I am going to always be awesome. And I'm going to always look for what in my life is awesome. Because guess what? There's always stuff in our lives that isn't perfect and is going wrong and that we don't really have control over. But there's always things in our life, just as many or more, that are going really well, that are awesome. Or we could say or see them as being awesome, but often we don't even appreciate them because we don't even see them because we just take them for granted. And there's so many gifts and so many blessings in our lives that we just don't even see. And sometimes we see the blessings in our life as a curse, right? One man's beauty is another man's, or one man's trash is another man's treasure, or a woman's trash is another woman's treasure. And that's so true. I used to look at the things I had around my house as just a burden and as clutter, and really they weren't. They're a treasure to someone else, and it was a matter of giving them away to people that would appreciate them and see them as a treasure instead of them just sitting in my house collecting dust, right? So that was part of my move as well. So today I invite you, and I am going to find some time today to do this. Oh, never mind. I might not. I might take that back. I'll still do it, but I probably have to wait till after my granddaughter goes home. But I'm going to go walk over to the park, and I'm going to spin around and scream, I feel awesome, because I haven't done it in a while, and I'm really, really missing it. And if the police and the men in the little white coats come and drag me away, and I'm not here tomorrow, that would be the only reason I wouldn't be here tomorrow. But if I'm not here tomorrow, then you know what happened. Today is day 13 of the Get Up and Go challenge. I'm doing a 30-day challenge the entire month of April, a free challenge, primarily for anybody who is wanting to be better off at the end of the month than they were at the beginning of the month. And better off is defined by you, but I'm saying at least 10 times better off. So 10 times better off in your situation than you were April 1st to April 30th. So today was day 13 of that. And we talked about results, getting results. We're learning a process, the process of handling challenges in a way that empowers you and uses them as stepping stones instead of thinking them as something negative or something that is like a failure or stops you in your track or shuts down your life. Anytime in my past that I've ever had my life totally shut down, and it's happened in several occasions and in different ways. I mean, I've been fired. I hate to admit it, but I've been fired before from jobs that stopped me in my tracks. I've been laid off from really good corporate jobs as things in the business world changed. We are not, any of us, immune to challenges and changes in the direction of our life. I've had illnesses that have stopped me in my tracks and actually shut me down totally. And there's nothing that will shut you down faster than look at what's going on with our world, a pandemic or a personal illness or an illness of someone close to you, somebody really close to you in your life, or a death in your family. I mean, there's so many things that tip us over and shut us down and invite us to evaluate our lives and decide, hey, is this the right direction that you're going down? Is this the right path, or do you need to take another path? So day 13 of that was all about results and how we define and look at results. Today's idiom was butterflies in your stomach. So I got my butterfly t-shirt on, and I did a butterfly frame, which was really kind of fun. I like it. And I knew as soon as I saw this idiom yesterday, I finally made myself look at the idiom the night before and think about it, because I wanted to make them a little more fun. So I looked for props, or I looked for like shirts with something to do with the saying on it, and something a little more fun than just talking, like this one. This one's just talking, right? So I want to find some things that are more fun for that. So I'm doing my idioms the night before, and as soon as I saw butterflies in your stomach, or in my stomach, or in the stomach, I knew that I knew I had a shirt with butterflies on it somewhere, and I had to dig, because most of my stuff, most of my clothes and stuff are still packed up. I haven't unpacked them. So I'm having to get creative. And I knew that I was going to use this butterfly frame because I'd used it once before and it was really fun. It's just got purple and pink butterflies fluttering everywhere, so it's pretty fun. And it doesn't have music or sound to it, so you can actually talk, and the only disruption is the butterflies. So I did that, butterflies in your stomach today, and then what to do about it. You know, I can bring it up and I can tell you what it means, but if I don't give some suggestions or thoughts or ask some questions around the idiom, what's the point? It's kind of like when people share the word of the day, and you know, here's the definition, here's the word of the day, but then they don't give you anything or say anything about it. It's just like, oh, my word today is confidence. Have confidence. Well, how effective is that? I mean, give me like one or two things that would help me to improve my confidence. So I'm trying to do more of that. I'm not trying to do more of that. I am doing more of that. I think going forward, one of the things I'm doing right now is I'm finding what are the gaps in what I'm doing. I'm still personally trying to do way too many things myself, and it's a huge example of this, and I've been seeing it for a long time, is this 20-day challenge called Rise Up Challenge that I'm being a participant in. I like to do other people's challenges as well as my own, and so I decided, okay, I'm doing a 30-day one, but I can still participate in somebody else's as well. So I'm doing that every day, and I realized the power of having a huge team of people working with you on a project, and how you can explode and be so much more impactful with your projects and what you're doing in the world when you bring other people together. Pete Vargas III has gotten like 40 different people or so that are coming in, 40 experts in all the different fields, all the same areas that I talk about. He calls them different things, but they're the same exact 7 categories that I talk about, right? In my 30-day challenge, he's doing in his. And I started mine on the 1st. I think they started on the 5th or something. And they're right in the middle of the month. And then they're selling their event on the back end of it because as part of COVID-19, of course, he was a speaker and he teaches people how to be awesome speakers. And all the stages are shut down right now. So anybody that is a speaker or a stage presenter or a keynote speaker or events or things, all of that's shut down because of the pandemic. And so he had to quickly shift and pivot his business, like all of us have, to figure out what can he do. You know, I can throw in the towel and quit, or I can figure out what I can do. Well, everything with technology nowadays can go to remote events, right? We can do events and we can all be in the comfort of our homes watching on the internet. Is it 100% the same? No, it's not. You're not shaking the hand of the person next to you. You're not hugging and getting all excited, but you can still recreate 90% of that feeling, 90% of that in remote events. And so they're doing one of those at the end of the month, or not the end of the month. Yeah, the end of the month, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, I signed up for it, so I'll be participating in that and learning from that as well, because I'm really curious about it. I mean, I've done a virtual summit. I did a women's summit last year, beginning of last year, and that was really fun. And I understand where he's coming from when he says, you know, I'm getting as much out of this or more than anybody else that's participating, because he gets more time with each of these experts, right? What a great way to learn and grow and personally develop is having a summit. I learned more from my women's summit than anyone else because I was up close and personal and asking the questions and getting my specific questions answered for the audience, but also for myself as part of that women's summit. And it takes a lot to put something like that together, but if you have a team of 35 people, it's a whole lot easier than if you have a team of 2 or 3 or a team of 1, right? So I'm learning where the gaps are in the way I'm doing things and in my business. I also know and I've known where they are, but it's like every other business and industry right now, whether you're closed or open, you're finding out where the gaps are, where the holes are, where you failed to plan, where you just didn't even know that you needed to plan for something like this. I don't think there are hardly any businesses that had a pandemic, action plan, right? There's a lot of us. I always have action plans for my business in case of different contingencies. A global pandemic was never on my list of possible things that could happen, right? So I think that I would have been unprepared for that had I still been in my Italian food business, although we still would have been operating. So, I don't know. We would have been adjusting on the fly. We'd have to be adjusting on the fly, like a lot of businesses are. So that's it. That's all I've got today. I do want to go out and yell, I feel awesome, because I miss doing it. Maybe I'll go yell, I feel awesome, because the snow's so pretty. But I encourage you, I would love to start a movement where people go out once a day. And I like Monday because Monday used to be the day that we all went to work, and a lot of people dreaded Monday. So to me, if you start your week in a powerful way, feeling good and about yourself and feeling awesome, it rolls through to everybody else. Number one, it infects everybody else in a positive way instead of a negative way. And it just increases your level of confidence and how you feel about how you're approaching your day and your life and your world. So I'd like to almost start a movement where we went out and at least every Monday or one day a week, whatever day would be best, we went out and we yelled, I feel awesome. And the more that we share that with each other on video and things, like share a little clip in the comments below, I think the more fun that is. So we'll see if I can't do my I felt awesome. I used to yell it and do it on Instagram Live, actually. Maybe that's like a TikTok thing or something. I don't know about TikTok. That might be a fun thing to do on TikTok or something. Maybe I will explore TikTok and we'll figure out how to yell I felt awesome on TikTok. Anywhere where you only have 15 seconds, it's kind of good because you don't want to be screaming more than that, or they will come with the little white coats that attach in the back, right, or hook in the back. Have an absolutely awesome, amazing day. If I can help you in any way, please ask. One of the things we can always do is we can ask the question. And what I found is anytime I ever ask a question, usually even before anyone can answer it, the answer is shown to me and I see the answer and I find a way. And I suspect that the same works for almost everyone. It's not just me. All right, catch you tomorrow. Bye.